there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what they have not realized about you. So, a few videos ago, I did a reading on what they have realized about you, and then I started thinking about how sometimes we don't realize something about a person until later on, and then something clicks and it makes sense. So I thought it would kind of be interesting or fun to do this reading. So before we get started with your pile selection, I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Keen. So this is how my best friend almost ruined my relationship. It started with a missed call from Emily on my boyfriend Kyle's phone at a weird time. Then I saw a missed call from Kyle on Emily's phone as well. I wondered why they'd call each other while I'm at work. My heart raced. I trust them, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I felt uneasy about Emily before. A year ago, I noticed how she and Kyle seemed to click, sharing jokes and glances that made me uncomfortable. Once I even caught Emily smiling at a message from Kyle, and when I asked him about it, he said it was private. I just dismissed it as paranoia due to my trust issues, but the doubt lingered. The new incident made my old suspicions resurface. Kyle became more secretive, always on his phone, which was unusual for him, and Emily started cancelling plans last minute, which wasn't like her. Everything seemed off, and my anxiety grew. I confronted Kyle about the call, but he brushed it off as a mistake. But when I asked Emily, she said she didn't even remember calling at all. Their vague answers made me even more anxious. I needed to know the truth, so that's when I decided to consult with a tarot reader from Keen. I browsed Keen's website, searching for the right psychic for my situation. I found one specializing in relationship readings with great reviews. But it was her energy that caught my attention, so I decided to consult with her, hoping she could reveal the truth. I explained my fears and asked for clarity. As she began typing, I just felt a gnawing anxiety, fearing the truth I might hear. She told me the cards speak of betrayal, and my stomach dropped. Then she added, but they also speak of celebration, a union of hearts. Confused and frustrated, I asked, what does that mean? Her vagueness felt like torture. The truth lies in what you choose to see. The betrayal may not be what you think. Sometimes the heart sees what it fears, not what is real, she responded. I left the chat more confused than ever. Over the next few days, her words echoed in my mind, turning every interaction with Kyle and Emily into something sinister. The final straw came when I saw Kyle and Emily together at a coffee shop, speaking in hushed tones. They didn't see me, but I saw enough to confirm the worst. I left in tears. Back home, I felt broken. How could they betray me? But as I paced around, the tarot reader's words returned to me. Celebration? Union of hearts? Could there be another explanation? The next day, I decided to confront them. I know something's going on, I blurted out. Just tell me the truth. Kyle and Emily exchanged a glance, then smiled. We were going to tell you tonight, Emily said softly. Tell me what? I demanded. Kyle pulled out a small velvet box. We've been planning a special anniversary surprise for you. Our 3-year anniversary is next month. Emily helped me because you trust her taste more than mine. My mind reeled as everything fell into place. The strange calls, the secret meetings, the cryptic conversations. It was all for me. I felt a flood of relief and guilt. The tarot reader's words made sense now. The betrayal was actually my own mistrust, twisted by my fears. I hugged them both, tears streaming down my face as the weight of doubt lifted. They've been planning something beautiful for me, not against me. So I realized that sometimes trust means choosing to see love, even when fear blinds you. I hope you enjoyed that little nugget of my personal life, and if you've had thoughts about something you need clarity on, Keen connects you with talented psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can get a reading whenever it suits you. Just create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. Each reader has unique gifts and specialties, so whether you need insights on love, career, or life in general, they can provide deeper understanding and guidance. Choose whichever reader best suits you, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. It's always best to get a personal psychic reading if you'd like more accurate information on your situation, because it is directed only to your energies. Now, here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 5 minutes for only $1. Go to trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to receive a discount on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this partnership opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So getting back to your pile selection, we have 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the shell. For pile number 2, we have rose quartz. And for pile number 3, we have malachite. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever one you are most drawn to. Okay, so hopefully by now you have picked a pile for yourself. If not, you can pause the video. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose the shell, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what they have not realized about you yet for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Also, I am taking my last bookings for November for personal readings, so I'm almost fully booked there. So if you don't want to miss out, please find my email address in the description box below. So I've already pre-shuffled your cards. You have the Empress, the Devil, the Justice card, the King of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. And for your clarification cards, you have the Tower, the Eight of Cups, King of Swords, the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and you actually have 2 extra cards that came out with the Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So what I want to say that is quite interesting for you, pile number 1, is when I was starting the intro, I pulled the cards, right, for each pile, and I was putting the crystals there, and I was just setting up everything, right? And when I put my hand over the card for pile 1, I had this weird sensation that is kind of hard to explain. So I felt as though I was being put through an earthquake, or I was being put through like a natural disaster. And I felt that as soon as I touched the card, it's like as soon as I touched your card, it's like I felt that the energy shift, and I almost got dizzy. Like I felt like some kind of catastrophe was happening, or something was like falling down, or like, yeah, something catastrophic. I don't know how to explain it, but like imagine how it feels to be in an earthquake. It felt like that, but there was no actual earthquake. So I was just sensing the energies, and the fact that you have the Tower here tells me a lot about whatever we're about to say here. So let me get into it. Let me tell you exactly what I see. Okay, so what they haven't realized about you yet. So for a lot of you, I think I'm tapping into more romantic energies, but take it as it resonates. For a lot of you, I see a romantic connection that you're in, where this person has realized like how much of a sweet person you are. They do know that you're somebody that goes with the flow. They do know that, you give your whole heart to somebody. But what they have not realized yet, and when I say this, I'm saying this for a reason, because I see that you and this person have a beautiful connection, right? And I think that this person was brought into your life for a reason with the Wheel of Fortune. There is a reason behind the connection you have. A spiritual purpose behind this connection, right? And you both feel that. I think you do both feel that spiritual energy behind your connection. But what I will say is you are having a lot of problems in your connection with this person. And you're trying to fix those problems and work through those problems and heal those problems with Chiron here, because Chiron's the planet of the wounded healer, or Chiron is the wounded healer. So there's something about healing the relationship, since the Eight of Pentacles is opposite the Two of Cups. So maybe both of you are actively healing the relationship, going to therapy together, or maybe you want to and this person doesn't realize that yet. I see the kind of connection where you have your own problems within this connection, and for some of you, you might even find this connection karmic or toxic in some way. There's something about communication here that we're trying to work on. We're trying to work on communicating in better ways to each other. Maybe we're trying to work on being more honest with each other about how we feel with the Justice card, King of Cups. Maybe for some of you, this person isn't open about how they feel. Maybe for others of you, it's like problems with communication. Maybe for others of you, there is a little bit of toxicity in the connection. And maybe for others of you, this person wasn't exactly truthful or honest in the past, but now they're trying to be. And you're trying to work through your problems together, right? That's what I see. But what this person does not realize is, even though they have your whole heart right now, you can take it away at any time. That's what they have not realized yet. That a catastrophe can happen at any moment. Something unexpected can happen at any moment. Something can change in the blink of an eye. And this is what this person has not realized about you yet. Maybe some of you are pondering on leaving this person behind with the Eight of Cups because of the toxicity within your connection. But I do also think a lot of you are trying to be patient with this person. Because the Temperance card is at the back of the deck, you're trying to be patient and wait and see what happens next. See if there's going to be a change within this connection with the Six of Swords. You do want to see the best in this person and the best in this connection. You do want to be hopeful that things can change for the better. But you also don't want to get hurt by being too hopeful. And this is perhaps how you're feeling right now. Like, you don't want to be too hopeful about it and get disappointed. So I see you being like 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out. You're not completely like investing your time and energy into this person as much as you used to. You may have even emotionally detached from this person a little bit. Or you may have just like detached from the outcome a little bit and just said, you know what, if it's meant to be, it will be. And kind of just left it up to God, the universe, whatever you believe in. Or up to fate, if that makes sense, with the Wheel of Fortune. Where you're not necessarily trying to control the outcome. You have spoken to this person and been honest about like what you expect moving forward and the changes you expect and how you want to fix and heal the connection. But what they do not realize is that maybe you are already pondering leaving. Maybe you are having 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the door. Maybe that's what they don't realize yet. That although you have said, you know, you're willing to work on the connection, heal the connection together, if they don't actually put in the work, if they don't actually make an effort to prove to you how much they want to make this change happen, then it almost feels like they will be blindsided by you leaving them. And I feel like there is going to be some kind of realization for them around this topic of whatever we're speaking about. Christmas time. Something around Christmas time, December. It's November as I'm recording this. But, you know, whenever you watch this, it doesn't matter. But I'm hearing like Christmas songs in my mind, which is why I say Christmas time, some kind of revelation or realization or something big is going to happen Christmas time or December time between you and this person, like some kind of big change. Where they realize these things, like that you're not to be taken for granted, that they're not to sleep on you, that they're not gonna like just be like, oh, we'll work on these problems and never put in the effort. That's what they're gonna realize in December. And if you're watching this later, like next year, well, yeah, if you're watching this at a later time than December, then it could be next December. It could be around some kind of special occasion, because I mentioned Christmas, like a special occasion. But that's what I feel here for a lot of you watching. So this person has something big coming for them where they haven't realized these things yet about you. They haven't realized the truth that you maybe aren't like fully investing your time and energy into this person anymore. And the shell can represent a cleansing and a healing happening within your energy field. Where maybe with the Empress, maybe what they don't realize is that you are growing within self-love. Yeah, you're growing within self-love and you're realizing what you're worth, because I felt a healing within my solar plexus, which relates to the self-worth. I see whatever self-worth wound was there. So I'm seeing it visually like this, but it doesn't necessarily look like this. This is just metaphorical for the healing going on. So I'm seeing your solar plexus chakra, which is by your stomach, right? And imagine like a little hole there. But that doesn't mean there's physically a hole there, health-wise or physical-wise. This is energy-wise. And this hole represents like something being missing there. Like maybe we don't know our worth enough, or we haven't known it enough in the past. But now this gap is closing. This hole is getting smaller and smaller, and you're filling up that hole with love for yourself, right? And as you're growing in self-love, this wound becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and that void within you becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and you fill yourself up with wholeness without needing to seek external things for validation, to feel good about yourself, to fill a void within you. Because you know your worth, you feel whole on your own. And that is what's currently happening in your energy field. And what this person has not realized yet is that because you're developing self-love, because you're realizing your worth, because you're healing the wounds around the self-worth, if they don't change something now, they have very little time, because I'm hearing the song Hit the Road Jack, and that came up in another song. If they don't do this, what they don't realize yet is that you could leave at any moment. That you will take your self-worth, you will take your self-respect, and you will leave this connection and you will heal on your own. And you will be all good on your own. And that's what this person has not realized yet. So again, I'm picking up on like a very toxic connection where you've already pondered leaving. So you'd know if this is your pile. You'd know. Because this is very clear to me. It's a specific situation. It's not like a situation where you've never thought of it. You've thought of it. You've pondered it. You've even made plans around it just in case. And that's what they haven't realized yet, that if they don't make this change, bye-bye, you're gone. And you're going to be okay without them. And that's what they don't realize yet. So I'm going to pull your oracle cards off camera to see if we can get any other information here. You know what I honestly think as I'm in the energy of your connection while I'm shuffling these oracle cards? I feel as though you have a karmic connection to this person, and they're meant to trigger self-worth wounds within you. This person's a lesson for you, but it's not just a lesson, this connection. This connection is like one of those spiritual connections that are a little bit more complex in nature. Because it's karmic in nature, you do have certain lessons with them and certain hardships with them. However, the purpose of your connection was to heal this connection in this lifetime. Because I see they're a karmic soulmate to you. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. They're a karmic soulmate. So what that essentially is you've had many past lives with them. And a karmic soulmate is basically somebody that used to be a soulmate, in my understanding, and is now a karmic soulmate because they once did something to hurt you in a past life, or you hurt each other in past lives emotionally, and it turned karmic. And the more and more you did that to each other, or one of you did that to the other person, the more it became karmic. But in this lifetime, the purpose of this connection is to heal the connection. And if this person isn't able to do that, then I see you breaking the karmic cycle and them having to learn this lesson elsewhere, all over again. And I also want to say here with the blindfold, it's like they're blind to the truth. They're blind to the gravity of the situation and how you're very serious about this. If they don't make this change, you know your worth. You're not going to just stay around and stick around for the same thing to happen over and over again. The same problem you've spoken about over and over again multiple times. And that's what I feel here they haven't realized yet. They don't realize the gravity of this situation and that they shouldn't be taking you for granted. Because this person does care for you, they do love you, but I do think they are a little bit too relaxed in this situation. They're not like hurrying to make this change. They're not realizing that this could actually be something detrimental to your connection, I'm hearing. So your oracle cards are, your first card is Pluto with black tourmaline in the reverse with regeneration. Next you have Uranus in the reverse with eudaimonia and malachite. Next you have citrine, sun, clarity upright, and you have moon, calcite, transition, reverse. Interesting that you have the sun and the moon. And what I also find interesting here is we have regeneration reversed, transition reversed, and this is exactly what we spoke about. If they don't change, you're not just going to stick around and wait forever. And that's what I feel from the energy. Yes, you do care about this person. Yes, you do love this person, but you respect yourself too much to stay in a situation that is not healthy for you with eudaimonia reverse, that isn't making you as happy as it used to make you. You were once happy in this connection with the sun, and this is what they have not realized yet, that maybe you're feeling unhappy in this connection now, that maybe this connection has turned almost like from sweet to sour, or maybe it's turned from healthy to unhealthy, or from happy to unhappy. And you're just not willing to stick around anymore to receive bad treatment or to receive being taken for granted, if that makes sense, or just whatever is happening in your situation, you're just not sticking around for it anymore. So you want to see a change and you're serious about this and you're having your boundaries right up. Like, this is the last straw for you. Because although you care for this person so much, what they haven't realized about you yet is that you won't stick around to just be in some type of situation that's unhealthy and doesn't make you happy anymore. If they're not willing to put in the effort to actually prove to you how much they care. So with regeneration reverse and Pluto, this is like the planet of transformation, Pluto, right? And black tourmaline is a protective crystal. So I see this as like, if they're going to continue to protect their ego or not protect the connection and not transform the connection, then you're not going to come back to them. Then there isn't going to be a second chance for them again. Because although this person cares for you, what they have not realized yet is that although they care for you, they may almost like be a little bit too relaxed and almost like be a little bit too easygoing in the sense where they don't realize that if they don't actually make this change, you're not going to give them that second chance. You're not just going to wait for them and wait forever. And I keep feeling that energy of like, I'm not going to come back to you. You're not going to get a second chance. And maybe they think that, okay, I have an unlimited amount of chances because this person loves me. But maybe what they haven't realized yet is that I'm hearing love is not enough. And love takes work and effort. And if they're not willing to put in the effort to show you with their actions how much they care, then they're just losing you, then that's their choice, then it was their bed, then they lie in it. And that's what they haven't realized yet. And maybe some of you are actually falling out of love with this person because malachite is a crystal of the heart chakra. Since it's in reverse, maybe some of you are actually falling out of love now because things are just too hard in this connection. Things are just too imbalanced. Things are just too toxic, where it would almost be like traumatic for you to stay in this connection for long and not have any change. Or it would be very painful for you, where it would feel like you're self-betraying. It would feel like you're putting yourself lost. Or it would feel like you're wounding your heart more by staying than actually just leaving. And although it would hurt more in the moment to leave, it would hurt more to stay in the long run. And that's what they haven't realized yet. If they don't change, this is going to happen. And with clarity, I do think they will realize this soon. They will find some kind of clarity on how to make this connection happy again, how to make it full of life again, how to transform the connection. But if they actually want to do this and put in the work, they actually need to look at the situation for what it is and not sleep on you, if that makes sense. What I also feel with Moon in the reverse, Moon upright represents something being hidden, right? But since it's in the reverse, I see this as the truth will come to light. So I do think they will have this realization soon. But they shouldn't have it too late, because then that's where an issue comes in. So if they don't open up their eyes and actually look at the situation, and they take too long to realize this about you, then they're just setting themselves up for failure or shooting themselves in the foot. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading, pile number 1. I hope it wasn't too repetitive, but I kept seeing like the same energy show up. And I see that this person, if they don't compromise and actually like listen to what you have to say, then they are going to lose you. And yeah, that's what I see. So I guess just be patient and see what comes of this. I do hope that things can transform in your connection and things can go in the best possible outcome or route. But it is all up to this person and their choice. So yeah, I hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose this rose quartz crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what they have not realized about you yet for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I am taking my last few bookings for the year for November. After that, I will be taking a break from personal readings, and I'm almost fully booked. So if you don't want to miss out, please find my email address in the description box below. As you can see, I've pre-shuffled your cards. So you have the Four of Swords reversed, the Five of Cups reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, Temperance, and Knight of Cups. For your clarification cards, you have the Three of Wands, the Strength card, the Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, and Page of Swords. And at the back of the deck, you do have the Hierophant. Okay, so when I got to your pile, and I was shuffling, I kept hearing like Versace, Versace. And I was like, Spirit, why are you telling me about Versace? Like, I don't understand. And then I started hearing a song by Summer Walker called Playing Games. So in the song, she says in one of the first lines, "Did I ever ask you to take me to go shopping in Paris or go sailing overseas or drape me in Gucci? No. All I ever asked was you to pick up the phone when you're alone. All I asked was you to show me some love, hugs and kisses. No, I never had an issue. Go to the club with your boys. Never wanted you to stay too long. Just wanted you to show me off." And she kind of like sings about how she's kind of not asking for much from a guy, but she just wants the person to give her love. Like, she's not gold digging. She's not asking him for much. She's just asking for love and simple things like that. And she's very understanding, from what I gather from the lyrics towards him in the song. So you could be in a situation or predicament with this person right now where you feel as though you're not asking for much. You're just asking for the bare minimum. You're asking for affection. You're asking for them to put in effort. You're asking them for them to meet your emotional needs. or physical needs or mental needs to talk to you more, to make more of an effort. And it just feels like this person maybe just doesn't get that yet. They haven't realized that yet, that you're not asking for much, that you don't have a whole long list of expectations that's going to be hours to read. You just want the simple things in life. You just want love. And it doesn't even feel like this person is meeting the bare minimum expectations you have. And that's what they don't get yet. That's what they haven't realized yet. You're not asking for them to buy you things. You're not asking for, whatever it is. Like, you just want the bare minimum. You just want love and affection and for them to put in effort. And that's what they haven't realized yet. What they haven't realized yet is maybe you're feeling very restless about the situation. Maybe you're feeling disappointed, but trying to hold it together and not trying to let your emotions get the better of you. Because I feel like you could sometimes hide the way you feel towards this person. Where maybe sometimes you feel disappointed, but you hide the fact that you're disappointed because you try to stay strong, you try to keep it together. I don't know why you do that, if some of you do, but they haven't realized that you are feeling disappointed about these things. They haven't realized that you're feeling a little bit neglected by this person, I won't lie. And they haven't realized that you're trying to hold it together and that you feel this way about the situation. Even if you told this person, I want more of this from you, or I want more of this from you, and even if you did open up to this person about what you felt, like many times, maybe this person just isn't getting it, isn't realizing that you really just want that. You're not asking for much, and you just want them to put in a little bit of effort. And maybe I feel like they kind of self-sabotage in the connection. I feel like this person does care, and they do feel some kind of passion towards you, and they are like wanting to take more action with the King of Wands and be a little bit more, trying to find the right words. They're trying to take the lead and like prove to you that this is something they want, and they are curious as to like how they can give you what you want or need within this connection, but they're not exactly sure how they can give it to you or what you want or need, right? Or they know what you want or need, but they don't know how to give it to you. And they're trying to figure that out. They haven't realized how they can do that yet. And it's not even that much of like a complicated thing. Like I said, you're not asking for much. It's simple. It's not like we have to figure out what's x plus y plus blah 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 blah. It's not like we're figuring out some kind of difficult math question. Like, this is simple things. It's just about giving love, showing love, talking more to you, putting in more effort. And this is what this person's not realizing. They're making the situation more complicated than it actually is. And I think that may be a form of self-sabotage where it's like, okay, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, but you've been thinking this whole time. Have you actually done anything? Not you, but this person. I see that sometimes this person has this habit of thinking about what they're gonna do, but then they think about it too much. And it just feels like this is something that doesn't even need much planning. It's just about doing it. It's just about just doing it and not thinking about it too much. And that's what I'm feeling here from this person's energy. They don't realize that it's such a simple task, or it's such a simple thing that you just want from them. It's not going to take all their strength. It's not going to take all their energy, all their time. You're not asking for them to, throw away all their time to spend time with you. You're just asking them to spend a little bit of time to you, to make a little bit of time out of their day for you. You know what I mean? You're not asking them to not hang out with their friends. You just want them to hang out with you for a little bit. You're not asking them to open up to you about everything. You're just asking them to just like open up a little bit emotionally. Those are the energies I feel as examples. Like, you're just asking for a little bit. You're not asking for everything. And that's what this person has not realized yet. They don't realize how their actions and them not putting in the work or the effort into this connection or the bare minimum, they don't realize how those actions affect you mentally and emotionally. They don't realize that you start to get restless and anxious, and you start to feel like, okay, does this person even want me? You start to feel like, okay, does this person even care about me? Does this person even love me? Because they're just not showing you with their actions. They say so with their words, but they're just not putting in the effort. And that's what I feel here. That's what they're not realizing, that it's making you feel ungrounded. It's making you feel like you don't have peace. It's making you feel, maybe some of you actually like sit around waiting at the phone, waiting for them to text you because they don't reply to you for hours, and it's just like it makes you feel anxious, and they don't realize that. It makes you feel like you can't even go out and have fun and enjoy your time because they haven't replied to you in 5 hours. You're worried about them. They don't realize how it makes you feel. So maybe if you open up to them about how it makes you feel, maybe they can understand that better. Maybe if you open up to them about, I'm not asking for much, I'm just asking for this, maybe they will understand it better, and actually take action and actually do something with this information in the future to prevent this from happening again in the future, and to improve your connection in the future. What this person hasn't realized yet about you is that you are patient. You're not expecting them to change in one day. You're not expecting them to learn everything about what you need or what you want, or how to give you everything you want in this connection in one day. You are patient, but you just want to see effort from this person's side with the King of Wands. You just want to see that they're actually taking action. But again, I feel that self-sabotage energy. And I feel like this is a huge lesson for both you and them, with the Hierophant being at the back of the deck. What they haven't realized about you is that you care for them, that you love them, that even though they're being like this, you still love them. I feel like you're somebody that wears your heart on your sleeve. However, I also feel like what they don't realize is you just want something. You don't want to sit around and wait around forever for them to, you don't want to like beg for their love, if that makes sense. Like, of course, you care for them and you love them and you wear your heart on your sleeve for them and you're patient, but you don't want to wait forever and you don't want to beg them for love. Like, you don't want to keep asking them again and again and again over the same situation. You want to tell them once and then they listen and actually like slowly make a change. You know what I mean? And that's what they haven't realized about you yet. So that's what I'm getting from the tarot cards. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull your oracle cards off camera. Okay, so for your oracle cards, you have Mercury in the reverse with Emerald and Cognizance. You have Pink Amethyst with Soul Chakra, Soul Star Chakra, and Divine Love. And you have Turquoise with the Earth Element and Perseverance. What they don't realize about you yet, pile number 2, is that you don't want to talk about the same situation over and over again. And let's say you spoke about this last week and they put in effort for a few days and then they slack off again. Like, you don't want to keep telling them again and again and again and reminding them. And you don't want to like beg for their love. Like, you don't want to keep expressing yourself and expressing your pain and all of that to this person. Like, you just want them to be aware of your feelings. You just want them to be considerate in some way where they actually like put your feelings first in a way by making you a priority. What they haven't realized about you yet is you're not trying to change their whole personality. You're not trying to take up all their time. You're not trying to, do all of that. You just want a little bit of effort. And you just want this person to communicate more with you, to spend more time with you, to show you their love more, you know. And what they haven't realized about you is that you would be able to persevere through any challenges within this connection. Like, you're not just going to leave them after one mistake, But if they continuously don't put in effort, that is when you have a problem. Like if they make a mistake here and there, or if they forget here and there, that's okay. But you just want a little bit of consistency. You just want them to show you over time, and be consistent, that they can actually put in the effort, that they can actually build a strong, healthy, stable connection with you so that it can grow more. What they don't realize about you yet is that you want this connection to grow. You want to try with this person, but you want this person to try it as well. You don't want them to just sit back and slack off and be comfortable. Like, you actually want them to put in the effort and try. And even if they make mistakes here and there, or don't do things that maybe you expect to the full extent you expect, that's okay. Like, you have a little bit of grace, and that's what they don't realize about you yet. You're not going to bite their head off if they make a mistake. You know what I mean? You just want them to try. You just want to see them trying and putting in the effort. So that's what I see here. And you just want them to show you love and romance. And it's not like you're asking for them to buy you flowers every single day. Maybe once a month, maybe once in a while. You know what I mean? That's that kind of energy I feel over and over again. So, yeah, this is what I have for you, pile number 2. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this malachite crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what they have not realized about you yet. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I am almost fully booked. I'm taking my last bookings for November. After that, I will be taking a break from personal readings, so if you don't want to miss out, please find my email address in the description box below. So as you can see, I've already shuffled your cards. You have the 7 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 9 of Wands, clarification cards, Death, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, the Magician, and the Page of Wands. So what I feel from this pile, a lot of you could be asking about a past person, about somebody you are no longer in contact with, someone you're no longer friends with or dating or whatever. Like, you're just no longer in this person's life. There was clearly an ending here because things just didn't work out between the two of you. I feel as though this person really wounded you. This person really hurt you, broke your heart with the 3 of Swords. But I also feel the energy within my sacral chakra and root chakra. Well, more so sacral chakra, which is quite interesting. I know you chose the malachite crystal, which is connected to the heart chakra, and the 3 of Swords is here. So your heart definitely was broken in this. You did go through some kind of heartbreak here, but this person wounded your self-confidence. This person maybe made you feel bad about yourself. So what I'm picking up, for example, is, let's say you were in a relationship or friendship with this person and they constantly put you down, made you feel like you can't be confident with yourself, where it's like they constantly put you down and just made you feel bad about yourself. Or maybe for others of you, there was something here where there were sexual problems in your connection, if this was romantic, and maybe this person made you feel bad for it because the sacral chakra is there, or you just felt a lot of wounds within your emotions from this experience with this person, where you felt very emotional about the experience and you felt like crying all the time and you just felt so broken inside. And I actually feel like that part is still healing, the sacral chakra energy from this connection. Even though it's been some time, you're still healing that area of self, due to the fact that this person wounded you there. Your heart has already healed for the most part. And I do feel like you are moving on from this person, or you have already detached and moved on from this person. And so let me get into what this person has not realized yet, according to what I'm seeing here. So, as I said, this person broke your heart. But what they have not realized yet is that you've moved on. They think that you're still heartbroken. They think that you're still crying. I feel as though this person wasn't the best for you, pile. pile 3, because I feel like this person betrayed your trust in some way, could have manipulated you, gaslighted you. I feel as though this person lied to you in some way and tried to make it seem as though they were not lying, cover up their tracks. What they do not realize yet is that you know all about this. You know about everything that they did to you. They think that you're clueless about this thing, but you know what they did. Even if they denied it, even if they lied, even if they tried to hide evidence or cover up their tracks, you know the truth of the situation. And that's what they have not realized yet. And the reason I say lying and gaslighting, because we have the Five of Swords here, which represents betrayal, a betrayal of trust, right? And then we have the Magician, which can sometimes indicate manipulation, but since it's opposite the Five of Swords, I see it as like, I do something bad to you and I don't want you to find out, so I'm hiding it. I'm making sure you don't find out. That's how I see the energy. So what they don't realize is that you have already found out, or you will find out soon. They think that they hid a lot of things from you, but it came to the surface and you know about a lot of it. And that's what they haven't realized. What they also haven't realized about you is that you made the decision to let this go a long time ago. You made this decision to work through this a long time ago. You made the decision to let go of this person and the memory associated to this person a long time ago, and the feelings associated to this person a long time ago. And you're no longer bothered by the situation. Yes, there were a lot of challenges in the situation. The situation really wounded you. You felt like giving up. After the situation happened, you felt so distraught. Maybe some of you dealt with depression. You just were crying all the time. You were broke. You felt broken, but you weren't broken. But you felt broken. But this person thinks that you're still broken over these things. This person thinks that you're still crying over these things. This person thinks that you still want to work on things or fix things with them and come back to them. And if they were to come back to you, you would take them back anytime. And that's why I say I don't like this person's energy, because it feels like they have no remorse or guilt for what they've done. It feels like they're quite sadistic in a way where they actually take pleasure in the thought of somebody crying about them or being hurt over them, which is so effing crazy. Like, who the fuck does that? Sorry for my language, but who the fuck does that? Being happy that someone you were supposed to love is sad about you. Like, what? And I'm actually getting angry now because of this person's energy, but let me calm myself down. I just find it so unbelievable that this person's so delusional, because they actually think that you're still hurt over them, but you're not. And the thing is, I don't get why they think this, because it's been so long. It's been some time. The Six of Cups talks about the past. It's in the past, and you're happy now with the Sun at the back of the deck. You've gotten over this. You've moved forward from this. You're in this positive mindset again with the Page of Wands. Yes, sometimes you deal with challenges here and there. Yes, sometimes certain emotions come up for you to heal, but for the most part, you've moved on. For the most part, you've healed. Maybe some of you have even gone to create new friendship, new relationships in your life, and you don't want anything to do with this person, and that's what they haven't realized yet. They think that they can come running back, chase after you and get you back, and that you just like be a puppy dog chasing after them and just like let them back into your life. No, you wouldn't. Because I feel like you're healing your sacral chakra, that also has to do with you knowing that you deserve better, knowing that you do deserve better. And you do deserve some kind of happiness in your life, in your relationships, healthy connections that treat you well, that serve you well, people that are honest, people that care for you, people that wouldn't hurt your feelings. And what they have not realized yet is that you aren't going to settle for those things anymore. You aren't going to settle for hurtful relationships anymore. This really opened up your eyes to the fact that this person wasn't good for you. And that's what they haven't realized yet, that you already know that they're not a good person, that they're not good for you, that you don't want them back. But they think, oh, maybe it will be a little bit of a challenge. Maybe they'll play hard to get, but they'll still take me back. I know it. And that's why I say this person's delusional, because you're happier without them. I see that your mood has shifted. You've gotten a lot brighter and vibrant in a way. Like, your life is so much better without this person. And that's what they have not realized yet. And if they did realize that, that would hurt their ego so bad. It's like they want you to cry over them. They want you to be sad over them, which just doesn't make sense to me. And it makes me so angry for you, for your sake. Because, like, who does that? I see this person trying to look at your social media to try and figure out, if you are truly happy or if it's just like a facade. I see that they have not realized that maybe you also, like I said, have created new friendships, new relationships in your life, or you're opening up yourself up to new people now. You're opening up your heart to new people now, but healthier connections. And that's what they don't know yet. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull your oracle cards off camera, and then we'll take a look at them now. Okay, so your next cards are Root Chakra in the reverse with Hematite and Culmination. Then you have Larimar with Neptune in perspective. And then you have Rose Quartz with Venus and Empathy. I was about to say self-love, which is so cool. Okay, and then at the back of the deck, you have Desert Jasper with Vesta and Resolve. So confirmation that they think, oh, I could just come back and resolve things with you and everything will be all fine and dandy. Maybe you'll play hard to get. Maybe you'll act as though you're mad at me at first, but then you'll eventually take me back. Like, I see this person thinking in that mindset, and it's just making me so angry. Like, I don't like this person at all. I'm so glad you left this person behind because they were not good for you at all. I see that they think like your whole world has fallen apart. And what they have not realized yet is it hasn't. Your world has actually become much brighter and much better without them. Yes, at first it hurts so much. What Spirit is showing me is, let's say a snake bites you and all the poison is now flowing in your bloodstream because this is a poisonous snake, right? This person's a poisonous snake, right? For you, they're a poisonous snake and they bit you, right? And it hurts at first. It's painful at first. But then when we go to the doctor and they take out all the poison, whatever happens, I've never been bitten by a snake, so I don't know what happens exactly. But let's not focus on those details. But as it heals, as that snake bite wound heals, and you make sure that there's no poison in your system, then you start to heal. And then it doesn't hurt anymore. A few years later, you walk around fine and you're not like affected by that snake bite anymore. And it's almost like this person was that toxicity being removed from your life. And at first, it really hurt because it almost created a wound by letting go of these toxic, I was about to say toxic people. So maybe for a lot of you, it's multiple people. But you were removing the toxicity from your life. The universe was removing it from your life. And at first it hurt, but it helped you grow. It helped you heal so that you could no longer be in that energy anymore. And what they have not realized yet is that you have healed, is that you were like, they were actually the toxic person for you, and you were blessed in disguise by having them removed from your life, if that makes sense. Kind of like divine intervention. What they have not realized about you yet is that you've developed self-love, is that you've healed from this and you've looked at this in a different perspective. They think that you're still mad at them or still sad about the situation. They think that if they had to have a conversation with you, you'd shout at them, you'd lose your cool. And yeah, I think this person's narcissistic in some way because I'm seeing a vision of you lose your cool and shout at them and everything, and then there's like a smirk on their face. It's like they get some kind of satisfaction out of seeing themselves make people mad or sad, which is so disgusting to me. Yeah, I don't think I want to read this person's energy anymore, but let me finish here. So I think that this person thinks that you're going to shout at them and everything like that. But what they don't realize is that you actually feel sorry for them because you see the type of person they are and you see that it's only going to create unhealthy, toxic connections for them, and they're destroying their own relationships. Because if they did this to you, they're doing this to others as well. This is in who they are at their core. This is a pattern they have. And so you don't feel angry at them. you actually feel empathy for them. You feel sorry for them. And if they knew that you felt that way, again, it would hurt their ego so bad. They don't know that you see things in a higher perspective now. Maybe some of you have already forgiven this person, or maybe some of you are trying to forgive them, or just trying to not hold on to anger anymore about the situation because it just doesn't serve you anymore. You've tried to just find a healthier way of looking at the situation, find a different perspective on this. I also feel like a lot of you have changed the way you look at love as a result of this person, where you no longer wear rose-colored glasses, you no longer ignore red flags. You no longer do that because maybe you did that with this person and it caught you off guard. And now you're not doing that anymore. And you're not you're not falling for illusions or false people that pretend to really love you but aren't really having the best intentions. You won't fall for that anymore. You're smarter, you're wiser, and that's what this person has not realized about you yet. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.